Hi guys, my Snoopy just told me it was time to get up. I told you he's got this inbuilt clock, it's amazing. Every night as soon as it gets to this time, he comes to tell me. Fantastic, I don't know how they do it. It's not like I've got a clock or anything like that he can hear or work out, but he does every flipping time. Right, front room's done, closed. We're out of there, guys. I'll just make sure. Yeah, that's right. Make sure I didn't turn the wrong switch there, guys. Right, Snoop's having a drink. I can hear him in the back there. Come on then, sir. Shall we get you up the garden? Ah, right, we're in. And that one's on. Let's open the stand up so I can stand my selfie stick up, guys. There we go. That's all done. And extend as far as it will go. And there we go. Right, Sooty's just down there. He's waiting for Snoop. Snoop's having a drink at the moment. I don't know if you can hear him, but he's having a drink. There you go. Right, Sooty, we're going to get you up the garden. We're going to get you up the garden. Come on. Snoopy, are you going up the garden? Come on. Come on then. There's a good boy. Go on then, off you go, fella. Good boy, off you go. Lovely. Sorted. I should have hot water tonight. I remembered to turn the immersion heater on. I didn't have any hot water yesterday. I had to boil the kettle up again. Right, in that one. Takes a little while to run the cold water off first before the hot comes through. Just starting to come through now. Right, we're done. I'm getting the dog's beds sorted. Once I've run the water, I shall go and sort the dog's beds out. I need the toilet now. It's that noise. You're like, oh no. Hang on, bit. Right, let's sort the boys' beds out. That's Sooty. That's Sooty barking, and that's the next door neighbour's dogs out. My next door neighbour called Charlie has got a dog, and I think the dog's up the garden. Yeah, it's the next door neighbour's dog. Right, that's one, and put that there. I'll get my fresh drink. I'll put that down here by my selfie stick. We can sort that out in a minute. Right, looking at the weather for tomorrow, it sounds like it's going to be another 10 degrees tomorrow, so it's going to be great. Another warmish day. I didn't say it was hot, but it's definitely warm. So we shouldn't have a frost tomorrow. So I haven't got to cover my car tonight. Last one. Right, we're ready for the boys. If I take their water dish back in, guys, I can fill their water dish up. Which is down here. Got it. We can get some biscuits as well. So we're all ready for the boys. There we go. Oh, I can see Snoop's tail. I can just see it. Ah, one day down. 4 to go. I'm wishing my life away. I'm just hoping this last week goes quick. Last full week, should I say. Everybody's catching up with holidays at the moment. So we're one person down at the moment. I think somebody else is off tomorrow, so we'll be 2 men down. And then I think on the Friday, one of the other blokes goes, but somebody comes back, so that sort of cancels it out. So yeah, everybody's sort of in and out like yo-yos. Right, let's see if I can let my dogs in, see if they're there. Well, I can't see him now, he was there. Let's have a look, see if he's there, guys. You coming in then, guys? We'll see what happens. I'll leave the door too, see if they push their way in, guys. Have to be careful the door doesn't hit the selfie stick though. Nothing happening. I'll move the selfie stick because Snoop flies through that door. Nothing at the moment, it's very quiet. He was there early because I could see his tail outside the window. He holds up like a little flag. Hello. Yeah, I thought you'd be back in pretty quick. Where's that Sooty? Where's Sooty gone? Where's that Sooty? Where is he? Come on in, Sooty, you come. Good boy. Right, they're both in. Go on then, off you go. I'm coming. Right, back door's locked. Right, let's see if I can cope with 2 biscuits and a water dish and the selfie stick, guys. Oh, it's not eating. No, I don't know if I can do this. Hang on. That's better, I've got it. I worked out a way of doing it. Here we go, guys. Hang on. Let me just turn around. Right, can you see my boys? There's Sooty and there's Snoopy. There you go. Right, I'll just put your dish down here, guys. Right, okay. One for you, Snoopers. Here you go, Soot. And their blankets. Here you go, guys. Oh, he's a good boy, Soot. And Snooper Doopers. Here you go, Snoopy. Right, boys are sorted. Right, night night guys, sleep tight fellas, and I'll see you in the morning. You be good please. Right, we're done. Right. There you go, how's that? Is that better there? Right by the back door there, but there's no dogs in and out, so we should be okay. Right, I'm going to have a good clean up through the house. I've decided I'm going to go through and do room by room during the evenings, I think, and get the house lovely and clean for Christmas. I know it's still a little way off, but I want to get the place really nice and clean. Hoover up, go get all those cobwebs, move the spiders on. I love my spiders, guys. I always have liked spiders, but I'm going to have to move them out. That's no excuse to have spiders webs everywhere, is it? But I do love my spiders. I've got a big one in the bathroom. It's by the toilet paper roll. And every time I pull the toilet paper roll, he scurries off. I'll get the cutlery done and out of the way first, and then we'll start on the chopping board, the plates, and then we can go up. Oh God, I did sleep really well last night. I still got up at 4 o'clock this morning, but I did sleep really well last night. And it was quite breezy this morning when I went out with the boys. I'd get up at 4 and I'd take the boys out and we'd get home about 5 o'clock in the morning. And I took them to Lavenham Airfield. That's my nearest airfield. I'll take them up there because it's nice to walk on because it's concrete. If it has been raining, it's not all muddy. It's just puddles. You can sidestep the puddles. And it was really windy. Well, it always is windy on an airfield because it's so exposed and open. But yeah, it was really windy this morning. But it wasn't particularly cold with it. I did wrap myself up. I didn't have my waterproofs on. I was wrapped up, but yeah, it was really windy first thing this morning. Christmas do's. Yeah, we're not having one this year. I haven't been to a Christmas do for a long time now. The reason I stopped going to Christmas do's, and it was basically at the garage I'm at now, is because all their Christmas do's were too far away for me, because I don't work where I live. I live a long way from work, so to go to a Christmas do, I've got to drive. And because I worked at a lot of different sites, I used to get invites to all the Christmas do's. And I can't do that. I can't drink and drive. I don't drink anyway, guys. But to go all that way, it just wasn't worth doing. So I haven't done a Christmas do for a long, long time. The last one I did, I was actually working where I live, within a 10-minute walk of where I lived, and we used to do Christmas do's there, and they were really good. And it was usually just down the pub for a drink and a chat. I think there's only a couple of occasions where we actually had a meal, but it was more just a social thing, out drinking, and as you do with fellas, you know, you enjoy yourself. No women. It was just the fellas, and yeah, it was really enjoyable. I much prefer going to something where it's like a sit-down meal and a chat, and maybe background music, than one where it kicks off with a disco at the end of the night and it goes absolutely manic, and everybody's the music is just so loud you can't talk to anybody. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I like to be able to sit and chat with people and just socialise, not be sat there and can't say anything because the music is so loud. Maybe it's an age thing as well with your hearing. Maybe you just can't. I find with myself, if somebody's talking to me and they're stood right in front of me, that's fine. I can hear them really clearly. But if they're say they're not directly in front of me and there's something like a telly on or a radio on or some background noise, I can't hear a word they're saying. It's like one masks the other out. It's really strange. My dad's hearing is awful. He's got hearing aids. But I follow through with whatever my dad's got. I usually end up getting. I've got this thing with where when I swallow, I have like a spasm in the throat where my throat closes and I can't swallow. So I'll get something like some food in my mouth and I'll eat it and I'll swallow and it will go down into my throat and it stops and my throat contracts and traps it in there and I can't swallow it. It's stuck there. And I can remember my dad when I was a youngster having that. And I can remember sat at the dinner table, my dad would sit there and all of a sudden he'd put his knife and fork down on the plate and he'd just sit there looking pained. And my mum would always look up at him and she'd say, indigestion? And he'd go, But it wasn't, it was like a spasm in the throat muscles and it closed the throat off, and I've got it and my eldest sister, she also has it as well. So it does run in our family, or maybe we've inherited it from my dad. But yeah, I went to hospital for them to do a checkup on it to see what it was, because they said, oh, it could be throat cancer, you want to get that checked. And I did. I went and had I've talked about this before, about having this barium mix where you have to drink, looks like a cup of milk, and you have to take a mouthful of it and then swallow it when they say, and they take an x-ray of this going down your throat. I had that done. I won't tell you the full story, but that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. You've heard this story before, so you might remember it, but it was really good. And my eldest sister has gone through exactly the same thing, so she knows what it's all about as well. So how did we get onto the subject of that? You take side shoots, you start talking about one thing and then suddenly you end up talking about something else. Yeah, right, Christmas do's, come on now, you've got to tell me about your Christmas do's Do you still go to Christmas do's? Or have you never been to a Christmas do? Or is that where you met your partner? Is that how your romance started, at a Christmas do? With one of your work colleagues? Come on. Spill the beans, we need to know. I did get to go out with somebody I worked with years and years ago. And that was, I didn't know anything was going on. It's a bit of a strange one because I was still young, I was in my 20s, and I just changed garages. I changed, for my very first garage, I moved on to a Datsun garage. And I've been there probably about a month or so, and I got a phone call at home, and it was a girl I knew from the other garage, the old garage I used to work at. And she said to me, would you like to take me out? Could we go out on a date? And I went, I said, I'm going out. And she said, oh, it's all right, it's all right. I said, well, no. I said, I'd love to take her out. I said, but I've already arranged something for tonight. And I was going out. I played for a pub dart team. It was more of a booze up at the time because I was a youngster. And you all used to go out, and a group of boys, you'd go out in your car to a little remote village, and you'd down the pint and then try and play a game of darts. And I was hopeless, absolutely hopeless. I was hopeless at drinking and hopeless at darts, but it was a good excuse. So I said to her, well, I've already got to go out. That was a Friday night. I said, I've already got to go out. I said, if you like, you can come with us. I said, but I've already arranged this. She said, oh, yes, please, can I come? So I went and picked all my mates up. There was 3 of us. And this was in a little Mini. And so there was 3 of us in this little Mini. And then I pulled up outside this telephone box, and this girl got in. I won't say her name. She got in the car. So they had to, all 3 of the other blokes had to sit in the back seat of this Mini. You know, Minis aren't very big. And she climbs in the front, and it went really quiet. The conversation in the back of the car just died a death. And we had to go to a little village pub. We played darts there. It was a lovely night, really good. And yeah, it was a lovely, it was a good little relationship. It didn't go on for long. She was on, she'd just lost her previous boyfriend, who she'd been with from school. They'd had a big argument and they'd split up. And so she got me on the rebound, if you like. And then probably a few months after we'd been going out, she said that she's made up with her ex-boyfriend. And I said, look, I said, if you want to go back to your ex-boyfriend, that's fine. It doesn't faze me. And she did. We remained friends. We remained good friends. But yeah, she went back to her previous boyfriend. But yeah, so I've picked up, sort of. But yeah, she had the nerve to phone me up and say, do you want to come and take me out? But I didn't know she was interested. I hadn't given it a thought. I didn't even, because I was too much into cars, motorbikes, drinking, as boys are. And I hadn't really given it any thought. But she was a lovely girl, but it didn't last very long. Ah, dear. Happy days. I don't know if she's still about. I haven't seen her for years. I'm trying to think how old she'd be. She was younger than me though, but not by a lot. I think maybe only a year or 2. So yeah. So we'll be of similar ages now. And that didn't kick off over Christmas do either. In fact, I'm trying to think if we did Christmas do's there. Yes, we did. We used to go down the pub. That was my very first garage. And at Christmas time, you used to go, they had a canteen. Well, it wasn't, when I say it's a canteen, it was a room with tables and those bench seats. And you used to go sit there with your sandwiches and your flask and have your tea. Well, when the first Christmas, I was still obviously a 16-year-old. And we went into canteen and they had these little plastic cups you get out of a drink machine. And they came up with the vodka and the whiskey, bottles of whiskey and vodka, and they filled these little cups up. And I think I had a cup of whiskey. And then after that, we ended up going up the road to the pub. We didn't go back to work after that. I probably only had maybe a couple of pints and that plastic glass of whiskey, and I was gone. I was gone. I was always skinny and slim, so there was nothing to me, so it didn't take a lot for me to get going. But I've never had a good capacity for alcohol anyway, and I was never a big drinker. But yeah, happy days. That was the first Christmas do. I can remember that vividly. Yeah, there's lots more that followed that, but that was the first one. But there was no romances there. I didn't get into any romances there. Right, I'm nearly done, guys. I'm just doing a plastic container. I've got the dog bowls to do, and then we are done and dusted. I need to get to bed. That's it. I had spaghetti bolognese tonight and it was really nice. And I got home fairly well from, I was obviously working at Cambridge, and I got home fairly quickly, which was nice. I think the schools finished this week as far as I know. I think they are still at school at the moment. I believe it's this week they finish. I don't know how long they finish for, probably a couple of weeks, don't they? Must be at least 2 weeks. That's a funny thing with the schools. No sooner do they go back from a holiday, then they're on holiday again. Yeah. Right, I'll put that in there, that one there. And just one more dish and we are done. I've got to fill the kettle up before we go up, so that's ready for the morning. I did have a shower tonight and I did my hair tonight, so it's been a good night. Got everything done. I was wrapping some presents. I had some presents to wrap. I've done all my cards. My cards are all done, unless somebody sends me a card that I'm not expecting, but I have got a whole stash of spare cards, so I'm covered. I should be able to recover from that pretty quick. There you go, got it. Right, let's get this tipped out. Okay. Right, we are all done. Right, if I just put the towel away. There you go. Right, if we get to bed, I think. Let's turn that radio on, guys. Right, that will do. Back door is locked. That's sorted. The sofa's all sorted, guys. Front room's closed. That one. Right, that's all the lights done. Right. Night, night, guys. Sleep tight. Right, we're going up, guys. Let me get the selfie stick sorted, guys. I need to twist it that way. And fold the bottom up. There you go. Sorted. That was easy. Right, that one off. We're going up. Lovely. And in we go. Oh, it's lovely and warm in here. I did have the heating on earlier, and I shut the door when I came down to keep it nice and warm. It's beautiful up here. Really nice. Right, if I open my selfie stick up again. There you go. Let's twist that way. I'm going to sit it down a little bit. Oh, and I can take my jewellery off. Oh. Right, so tomorrow is Terrible Tuesday. Oh joy. I'm sure it won't be that bad. Famous last words. And weather-wise, it's supposed to be mild, the same as it was today. I don't think it's going to be blazing sunshine, but it's definitely going to be about 10 degrees, guys, so it should be quite nice. Ooh, there we go, that's it. Right, I am done. I'm going to bed. You guys need to get to bed as well. So I'm going to bid you night-night. Time-wise, it's 10:28. So I'm going to try and load this now. So if I try and load this now, see how long it takes from 10:28, okay? And I shall speak to you guys tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye for now.